This 4-channel HD-SDI kit comes complete with your high definition very large monitor. It's LED, HDMI, full 1080p. Anything else is a waste in going HD. Coupled with it is this 4-channel recorder, brand new, with a 2TB security hard drive in it. Now there'll be a bit of a price reduction because I slightly scratched it, the surface. It is new, but I just my own carelessness slightly scratched it. So there's a variety of cameras going with this kit to suit an install around a house or a business. All of the cameras are over 2 megapixel, so you're going to get fantastic quality, and I'll show you that now in a moment. We're sending out one of these discrete. It's a smaller dome, but don't let its size set you back. It is phenomenal. This is a I believe this is 2.4 megapixel IR dome. Now the thing is with this dome is that it's very discreet, and it's a set lens, very quick to install. So just pop it up, no need to go fiddling around, just get it into position, very easy to install. There'll be one of these which is its larger brother. It's a little bit more larger, but at the same time you have the very focal ability on it. This is a 3.6mm set lens. Fantastic. Set it up, finished. This, you got to do your focus, but I'm going to show you the benefit of that. And then we have, to complete this kit, we have 2 of these bracket domes, which are these domes are absolutely beautiful. They're very focal as well, and you can take off this bracket and mount the dome up into a ceiling. Can be mounted. All of these cameras are weather resistant, so they can be mounted outside. And I'm going to take off these screws, take off the housing. There's a little bit more in setting up this camera because it's not what we call an eyeball camera. There's only 2 screws here for doing the very focal and focus and stuff like that, but this camera, you have to take off this dome part and fiddle around. So the only thing is to make sure that you do it on a dry day, so you don't get rain inside in the unit, and the seals are in place correctly when you're sealing it up. I'll give you an idea of the quality. So the quality, as you can see, is full HD 1080p, and that's coming from the camera, recorded onto the DVR and displayed on this through HDMI. I'll give you an idea of the quality on this. This here, as you can see, is the small camera. The level of detail on it is just phenomenal. As you can see, bring it up full screen. You can read the label on the camera. Unfortunately, if I turn the camera down, you can read, hold on. So as you can see, you can read the label on my hat. Zoom in like that, and it's crystal sharp. Crystal sharp. Okay. Now all of the cameras will give you fantastic clarity like this. I'm going to give you pros and cons of some of these. It's got a smaller camera, so there's a little less light out of it, so you wouldn't want to cover a huge area. The type of these smaller cameras are ideal for front doors, or if you mount them down low and you want them nice and discreet. Ideal. They've been mounted anywhere really, you know. My preference would be, this is a 2.8 to 12mm lens. So one benefit is if you need a wider shot, for example, this is the 3.6mm set dome, and this is the 2.8 to 12mm dome. Now you can see it's a much wider shot on this camera. So if I stand back, you can see you get in an awful lot more. If you need to, if you're at a position where you need to position the camera in a certain location, but you need to get a really wide shot, a very focal 2.8 to 12mm lens. But as you can see, bring this up to full screen, and we zoom in on my hat. You can make that out if the camera focuses perfectly. Okay. Now the third and fourth camera, I've only hooked up one of them, is the white dome. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the special security Allen key and take off this dome to show you this dome in action. So as you can see, the dome head comes off completely. You need to be careful, obviously don't scratch your dome cover, and now I've detached, there's a safety lead with it, I've just detached that for the purpose of the demonstration. It's very easy, and most important, the seal. You know, just take your time when you're closing it. It's set up in a way that it's foolproof, unless you're a butcher, you know. So this camera, once it's opened, is a cinch to set up really. You've got your little clamping screw here, so you can loosen it and put it up and down. As you can see from the shot, it's an unbelievable wide shot. That's set to, it's like a 2.8 to 11mm or 12mm lens on it, so you can get a really wide shot. Now the varifocal on this camera and this camera, it does exactly the same thing, so except on this camera you use a screwdriver on the outside, and on this camera we've got this mechanism here. So what we have at the moment here is we have the three cameras up, the 3.6mm varifocal big camera and the varifocal dome here as well. I'm going to give you an example. You know, if you're setting up the cameras, you know, and you want to cover a room or something like that, this is probably a really great job. If you want to cover a front door, or you want to get really beside someone's face because you want to get that type of detail that you would never get in an analog, impossible to get in an analog system. You can only get it high def. That's the job for you. And as a matter of fact, this can go inside or outside anywhere. Very good camera. This, you have a bit more control over it. Really good. Same with this one here. I'm going to show you the benefit of a varifocal now. So as you can see, you could use any one of these cameras to take in everything that's going on in this room with very high quality detail. Say if you have a camera in position and you want to zoom past an object. I'm going to give you an example of a vehicle. If you want to get registration plates, everybody knows that with analog cameras it's extremely difficult to get number plates. You need to fine tune the system of the camera very, and it's best case scenario, you're hoping to get number plates most of the time. With megapixels it's an awful lot easier, but you still have to fine tune your system and camera to optimize your results. So I'll show that to you now. Easy to use, the HD-SDI system, the DVR. So right click, log in. All we have is right click, click on the menu. Everything is very graphical, very easy to use. Data search, click on today's date. What camera do we want to see? Let's see, number 1 is looking over our area. Got a timeline, beautiful to use, just click on it. No video here, nothing of interest here. Here we are, just getting the camera set up. and you can increase the play speed, rewind speed, you can pause the video, and as you can see the quality of the recording is just phenomenal, and the space that you're looking at is a very big area, and yet you can still zoom in and read the text of paintings on the wall and stuff like that, and that's the difference between HD and analog. Also, the recording quality of the cameras can be increased. I have them set to the highest, so you can get even higher depending on what you want. Some people like more time in storage, some people prefer to have the highest quality in storage. But very simple to use. Configuration of the machine is very simple again. Configuration, what's your recording configuration? You choose your resolution, your frame rate, bit rate, it determines how high a quality you want it. It's very easy. Comes pre-configured.